Good morning, children. How are you all? See, this is the last section in lesson number 2. That is natural rhythms of the earth. What is the last section? Previously, what we learned? Work of water we learned. That is how the work of meanders, how the waterfalls form, meanders, oxbow lakes, and the remaining all. So these are and gorges, canyons. These are all in previous class I explained. So now I want to explain the work of glaciers and work of glaciers. So what is meant by a glacier? What is meant by a glacier? Slow movement of a mass of ice is called glacier. That mass of ice is very big, huge. There is a river of ice. River of ice is called glacier. A giant movement, a mass movement of ice is called glacier. Right? So, how these glaciers are formed? In the cold regions like Himalayas and Alps, you can see there is only the snow will fall instead of rainfall. Only snowfall instead of rainfall in the cold region. So in the Himalayas or the Alps mountains and all, they get snowfall instead of rainfall, and as it accumulates, that snowfall will accumulate slowly and it forms wherever it goes slowly, and when it while going wherever the warm areas are there it melts and it will become as like a river, small rivers. Now for example, you take Gangotri glacier from the Himalayas, Ganga river from the Gangotri glacier, it formed. So how it formed? Ganga, that is one of the example for the glacier. Next is how the river Ganga is formed and glacier formed. Like that many number of other rivers are also there. And here actually glacier, how it move. It's a very huge mass, huge big one, ice chunk, and it moves very slowly. Basically it moves on the gravity force. Because of the gravity force it moves. How it moves? Because of the gravity. Because of the gravity, the force is with the gravity. And a glacier erodes through a process called plucking. Here some keywords are there. So the glacier, when it is through a process is called plucking, in which it slowly passes from the rocks. Between the rocks it slowly passes. When the glacier is passing through, then what happens? Whenever the rocks are there it erodes, it plucks. That means it uses like a sandpaper. It uses as a sandpaper, it plucks and erodes, and the rock particles, the eroded particles will be carried out with the glaciers. This process is called like sandpaper it uses. That is called plucking and erosion, and plucking and abrasion. So with the abrasion, the glacier acts as an abrasive and erodes the bedrocks. The bedrocks slowly erodes and plucks. Like the glacier use like a sandpaper, and it cuts and it takes it transports the small particles like pebbles and all. It will take into the other places. It will transport the other places. So here one more word is chill. So whatever the debris, that means whatever the pebbles and all it is carrying out, those small particles, sand, silt and all, those small particles are called as till. And this till, generally what happens when it moves very slowly. Why it moves very slowly? Because it is melting. Wherever the warm areas are there it melts and it is forming as water. So they will not have a great force like work of the water. In the work of the water, the river flows very with a great speed. It comes. But in the glaciers, it is not like that. The glaciers are ice chunks, basically very big ice chunks, and it will move. It takes a lot of time. How it takes a lot of time? 2 to 3 centimeters in a day it moves. Isn't it? 2 to 5 centimeters it moves. It takes 1 day. Even sometimes it is less than the day or more than the day. So why? Because of that, the river, whatever water is coming, it will not have any great force. So whatever the eroded particles are slowly coming out and somewhere it deposits. So that debris is called moraines. That debris is the till particles, whatever it is getting taking it and depositing somewhere in the slope areas, that is called moraines. Okay, so here plucking, abrasion, till, moraines, and a mass movement of ice is called glaciation. Then we'll go to work of waves. See children, work of water we learned already and work of glaciers we learned. Now work of waves. What are the work of waves? How the waves are working as a different landforms on the sea. Okay, first we will see sea caves. Sea caves, one of the work of the wave, and sea arches. Sea arches. Sea stacks, sea cliffs, and bays and beaches. Bay and beaches. So these are the different forms of the work of waves. How the work of water we learned, and how the work of wind we will be learning, and now it is work of waves. So this work of waves, what is wave exactly? What is meant by a wave? Generally, a disturbance is caused on the surface of the liquid form. What is that? What is meant by wave? A wave is a disturbance is caused on the surface of liquid body. What is liquid body? Ocean. Okay, liquid body is ocean. So a disturbance creates on a surface of water liquid body. Liquid body means ocean. On the ocean, whatever disturbance is creating is called waves. Understand? So with it waves, how these are all, what are the other what are the other landforms will be forming? Those are called work of waves. So sea cave, first one is sea cave. So what is meant by cave? You all know that in the olden days early man used to live in the caves. It's a hollow item, isn't it? It's a hollow item. So generally it looks like this. So that hollow item, when the winds are hitting, always generally when in the mountains like this, and always continuously it is hitting the waves are hitting that mountain, that rock or mountain or rock. It is continuously hitting us. Then what happens? Slowly here it erodes because of hitting, always waves hitting, and the rock will become brittle. And when it is brittle, then what happens? Slowly it erodes. Small pieces slowly every day with the weathering process, with the atmosphere and all, it will be erodes. Then what happens? Slowly forms, this will become empty and it erodes and it will become a cave. So that is one of the cave. You might have seen in many where in the beaches, or you can see in the oceans. These are all generally you can see this sea waves, sea caves, sea arches, sea stacks and all. So that is called sea caves. Sea caves will happens with this work of wave. And the second one is sea arches. So what is meant by arch? You all know arches in the villas, palaces, and generally in our even the main gates also we will make some arches, isn't it? In that arches we will plant some creepers also for showing and all, for showness and all, isn't it? Like that, this sea caves again continuously hit by the waves again and again continuously, because the waves is 24 hours it is hitting, isn't it? So that will be hitting every time continuously, slowly and steadily. Then what happens? These also will disappear and arches will arches are called sea arches. That means the mountain, whatever the rock is there, that will be first because of hitting continuously, the caves will form, and after that it will become disappears and sea arches will form. Isn't it? Next is stacks. What is meant by stack? Still again it is continuously hitting, and finally even this also will be disappear on the top also. Okay. Then what happened? Only two rocks like here and here. There will be two rocks like walls like structure will be formed. So that is called sea stacks, isn't it? Sea stacks. And steel cliffs are, it's completely like wall. You have a number of pictures in this. See the pictures here. These are the sea cave, sea arches. Okay, stacks means wall like structures, and again steel cliff, isn't it? So sea cliffs. These are the different work forms by the work of waves. Okay, sea arches, further erosion breakdown, and roof also will be going up, and see here also it will be disappearing, and then sea stacks and cliffs will be formed. These are the work of waves. After that, there is a one more thing, beaches and bays. Bays is nothing but the enlarged long areas. Bays. With the Bay of Bengal, we can say. So, enlarged land with the water is called bay, and beaches. You all know the beaches. These are all encircled water and huge water. And beaches, you might have seen many beaches in all over the world. And we have a lot of Gokarna beach in Karnataka, and Manikonda beach in Kerala, Dayu beach in Gujarat. These are all and Golden beach in Chennai, and Ramchandra RC beach in Vishakhapatnam. Like that, many beaches are there. And same thing like how beaches will attract the tourists, how the waterfalls are attracting the tourists. Like that, even beaches also attracting the many more tourists around around the world, and people will be coming there, and even we will get a more foreign exchange here also because of the beaches. That is one more thing. And these are the beaches and all sea caves. Let me explain once again. Work of waves, and these work of waves with the ocean waves only, it will form as a landform. So what is ocean? A disturbance creates in a surface of the liquid form, like on the ocean. The disturbance creates, that is called waves. That waves will be, with the waves there will be landforms, sea caves, sea arches, sea stacks, sea cliffs, bays and beaches. Okay. And I hope everyone understood, children. Then the last thing is work of wind. Work of wind. So what is this work of wind? Wind is nothing but air. How the air is, the wind air is moving across vertically or horizontally, then we can call it as a wind. So this wind plays a very dominant role in many parts of the area. For example, particularly in sand areas, those are deserts. What is meant by desert? You all know what is meant by desert. A enlarged area with an open enlarged area with which possesses characterized like very little water and less vegetation, and scarcity of water and less vegetation, maximum covered with rocks and sand. Okay, particularly sand. You have seen many, and the wind plays a dominant role here in the, particularly in the deserts. We have seen a lot of deserts. Actually, 1/5 of area is covered with the deserts around the world. 1/5 of area is covered around the world with the deserts. Okay, there are number of deserts. Northwest side in India, there is a Thar desert, and Atacama desert, Sahara desert in South Africa, and Kalahari desert. These are all in South Africa. These are all famous deserts. Okay, so here also the work of winds also playing some dominant role here, and they form some landforms will be formed. One is first one is mushroom rocks. Mushroom rocks, Inselberg rocks, and sand dunes. Inselberg rocks and sand dunes. There are three types of landforms with the work of wind. So what is mushroom rock? The wind will move with a great speed. There in the work of water, how the water will be coming with a great speed, like the wind also with a great speed, it hits the rocks. It hits the rocks. When it hits the rocks, what happens? The rocks will be here. The wind always hitting the rocks, and slowly the rocks will be forming with some shape, isn't it? This will be making the formation of some shape. That is called mushroom. Mushroom like always hits the wind in the bottom part of the rock, and it slowly erodes and disappears, erodes and transports that eroded material, and finally it will form as a mushroom. You all know mushrooms. So that's why it is called as mushroom rocks. Okay, that is one thing. And it is only the action of the wind. Action of the wind only the mushroom rock formed. And the other thing is Inselberg. What is Inselberg? Inselberg is nothing but Insel means isolate. Isolate means alone. Only the rock itself is alone. It will be here. Nothing else will be there in the nearby. Inselberg rocks are that rocks are very tough. Some rocks are it's not very tough. It is brittle. That's why they are formed as mushroom rocks. And some rocks are very tough, and though if it hits also, somewhere in some parts it erodes, and remaining it will be like a rock, very hard rock, and it erodes around the areas or completely disappears, and only this rock will be present. So that presented in the strong rock is called Inselberg. And that is called even residual rocks also, we can say it as residual rocks. Residual or Inselberg, residual rocks. And the third one is sand dunes. What are the sand dunes? Generally, many moves will be, many movements of the wind, heavy movement of the wind, and it is continuously hitting and eroding the material, sand particles. So the sand particles are going and transforming somewhere, and it becomes as small mountains. But they are short-lived. Why they are short-lived? Because if very much with big action of the wind, then what happens? It slowly erodes and transported somewhere, and again new sand dunes will form. So they are the short-lived sand dunes, and these are short-lived only in some period. When again wind blows, the other sand dunes will perform. And finally, the action of vegetation and human beings. The action of So here in the last, actually in our lesson name, the natural rhythms of the earth and lithosphere. So, rhythms of the earth and lithosphere. So in the lithosphere, generally here we have we are talking about the action of human beings and lithosphere. So what is human beings means here? The biosphere. So biosphere and lithosphere. How the interaction of biosphere and lithosphere we are talking about. There is a lot of influence of biosphere is there on the lithosphere. Okay. So generally what happens here, how you can say how it is. You can ask how it is, biosphere is depends on the lithosphere. Then human beings, especially after industrial revolution, We made a lot of things and we are using lithosphere like anything. So digging of the mines, cutting of the forest and all. So that is that depends on the human being, how the action of human being on the lithosphere. Thank you children. I hope everyone understood. Thank you.